Hey, I'm back. I think I'm back. I might have to just do some really good editing because I can't remember if we've talked about this before or not. So if you don't know, Cher and I are just getting started in our full-time RV life. I think tomorrow will be 2 weeks in. We bought this RV in Texas, and then we spent about a week driving it to Florida, and we've been here in Florida right at a week. And so we're 2 weeks in. Of course, getting here was really just getting here. And now that we're here, and we lived in it that week, but we were traveling. And now that we're here, our goal has been to get settled. Part of that is unpacking and figuring out where things go, who gets what side of the bed. I think we sorted that out before we bought it. Where the TVs go, where the cups go, where the silverware goes, laundry, just everything. And one of my big jobs, I have a really long list of things that need to be repaired. It's the RV to-do list, and there's quite a few things on there. And a lot of them are small things. We know that one of the tail lights is out. I need to fix that. We know that we want to replace the slide out canvas, the topper canvas on the slide outs, and just other things that I've been working on. And a lot of those will be in different videos, either before or after this. And we're even trying to decide things like how much tech repair type work do we want to have on this channel, and how much of it do we want to be just RV living. Now, we're not doing a ton of traveling because right now we're here in Florida for 2 months, and our goal is to obviously to get our RV to be our home and to get it in at least as much good repair as we possibly can. So like one of the little things I'm doing today is working on the lamp that's over Cher's bed, her bedside. There's a push button lamp. There's a push button lamp on both sides, and the one above her head, it's like a little reading lamp, doesn't work. And so it looks, I'll show you, I'll spin this around. It looks just like these two lamps, but it's just one of them. So this is her lamp. I had to take it off the wall, and I've already done some troubleshooting and pretty much determined that this switch is not working. And this switch goes through the hole, not exactly like this, but that's how it would normally be. And you click the button and the light would turn on. Click it again, the light would turn off. And that switch isn't working. So I tried to go to Lowe's and Home Depot, and they had some switches that were called momentary switches.
Wait, just a moment.
Which this might be more technical than you care about, but a momentary switch doesn't click and stay like this switch does. A momentary switch just has a spring fill with no click, and so you can push the button and the light would come on, but as soon as you let go of the button, the light would go back off. That's a momentary. The moment you press it, it's on, and as soon as that moment goes away and you stop pressing it, it goes off. And the way you can test this is, I've got this handy dandy little multimeter. I got this one at Harbor Freight. I think it was maybe $30, maybe $30. What I like that my other one didn't have, I like the audible beep of continuity. And continuity meaning that one end of a wire is connected to the other end, and it just tells you you've got good wire. See, like this, if these two silver things are wires, if it was a good wire, it would beep. So you can take like this little connector here, from one end of the connector to the other end, if I can do it right, has good connection. So there's good electricity can flow through this whole thing. And so what you do in a case like this, sorry, there's so much stuff. In the case like a switch, a little push button switch like this, is what should happen if I grab this wire with this end and grab this wire with this end. If you push the button, one of those should connect, like on, off, on, off. You notice it's not beeping at all. That's how I figured out this was a bad switch. So I found what I think are some good batteries from good old Amazon. Putting a smile on your face. And so we're gonna get into this childproof package. Why do they... Some of their boxes have like these convenient little tear things. Not this one. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Of course, like a lot of things, you can't order just one. And I thought, well, I probably don't want just one, because another one of these might break, and then I'll wish I'll have. So this can go in my little box of spare parts in case we need them. We have extra push buttons. That's assuming this one works. So it looks pretty similar. It's a little bit bigger on this round part, so hopefully it works, because I think that it goes on the outside. But first, see, first let's do some testing. So again, let's make sure this works. Okay, it's beeping. And so I'm going to do like I did last time. I'm going to put this red lead on this piece of wire, this black lead on this piece of wire. Oh, you hear that? It's beeping. And then if I push the button, it's not beeping. On, off, on. That just tells me that that is a good switch. So I'm excited. We got a good switch. Better than the last switch. All right, turn that off. Put that to the side. Now let's see if I can remember how this thing was wired. I know basically this is connected to this, and this little port goes into that thing right there. So what I'm going to do is cut this, attach it to this, attach the other end of that to that, and that should make us good. Got me some little wire cutters, not the best. Honestly, I don't even need them. Well, I need them for this. I need them for this. And I've got one little wire nut, and we still don't have like all our tools and stuff here. So I had to grab this bag of, this is the only bag of wire nuts I had. I hope they're not too big, but I only need one of them. So I'm gonna disconnect this, but I'm gonna cut this over here to save as much wire as possible. Leave a little bit just in case something turns out that this switch is good and I should have used it. I want to leave enough to be able to reconnect it. So I think this switch is bad, so we're going to discard it. And then I'm going to strip this and connect it to one end. This would be better if I had my regular wire strippers, but sometimes, oops, sorry camera people. We're going to try it without the rubber piece. I think it feels about the same. And it's on there pretty snug. That's pretty awesome. Okay, one last test we'll do that did not work before, which led me to believe the switch was bad, is to test the connectivity from these two connectors to the two poles on the light. Basically, there's a positive and negative, there's a positive and negative, and I want to make sure the positive makes it all the way around to the positive side, and the negative makes it all the way around to the negative side. We've got beep, right, when we push these two together. So we're going to go from one connector, I don't remember which is which. to one of these posts. Not that one. Okay, so that one works. And that is actually the white wire. So the white wire is just a straight wire. Straight from this connector to this post. The black wire, which is this next one, is the one that goes through the switch. And we're going to push it on this bottom post and no beeping. Now we're going to push the switch and it's beeping. Push the switch again, it stops. All right, that was not working before. So that's exciting. So that just confirms for me that the switch was definitely bad. I mean, we knew it was bad from testing the switch by itself. But now we know that the connectivity from these two posts to those two connectors for the light bulb, which on the light bulb, one of these wires is positive, the other one's negative. That's just how they work. I tell you what, they are just really hard to put in. We're pretty sure we're all good to go here with our lamp unit. A good button. We just need to go plug this in to the wall. Before we even screw it all in, we're going to just plug it in and hold it and push the button and make sure that the light comes on. I have had some problems with these LED lights in the sense that sometimes they won't work. Or like they're finicky about positive and negative. Like I've had to pull them out, spin them around, and put them back in, and then they work. So that could be a problem too. But yeah, we'll go check that out.
24 hours later.
Okay, we're back at this little project. One little thing at a time. So if you remember, Cher's light wasn't working. It's supposed to work like this. I'll just leave that one on. But it wasn't. You push the button and nothing happened. And so I replaced the button. I'm not real happy with this. It looks like this has been taken out before. Maybe they didn't know how to fix it and they just gave up. But the first thing we gotta do is test it before we bother bolting it back in. And so let's connect these. It might come on right away. I might have to push the button, I don't know. Test. Oh yeah. Now you might notice that this one's a little white and that one's a little yellow. This one has one of those LED bulbs in it. I'm gonna end up putting one there. I'm gonna end up putting an LED bulb there. That's a halogen. That light gets crazy hot. So we know that works. Next thing to do is make sure this connector's on there really good, and it is. And we're just gonna stuff it back in there where it came from. And stuff these wires back behind here in a way that hopefully will not interfere. And then we're gonna screw this back to the wall. It's like, uh-oh. It's like, uh-oh. Well, I don't want that to happen. Why did that happen? Is one of my wires loose? They don't seem loose. Maybe I noticed these buttons, like you just barely touch them and they turn off. So I think we're good here. There you go. How cool is that? Her light works. Not too bad of a fix. I'm gonna end up taking this other one down over here, cleaning it out. I cleaned this one out really well, so you can see this is a little dirty. Clean that one out and just put a new light bulb in it. But I'm excited. We've got two working bedside lamps. All right, talk to y'all later. Well, there you go. I got placed the lights. So both lamps have the right light. Both lamps have the LED light. And they're working like a champ. You might notice over here, that's a funny looking window shade. It's not, it's pillows. Because the window shade is broken. It's broken and all hanging weird, so we just took it out and right now we stuffed pillows in there. We haven't put the new one back in yet. I just realized the air conditioner's running. Hopefully that won't be terribly annoying. Anyway, another project checked off the list. Woohoo!